I don't have any particular agenda. I'm just here to meet, to network, to see what technology there is out there. It's changing a lot. So I think events like this are important to come and see what's going on, learn about a bit the new stuff that's out there. Particularly from a guest point of view, I'm very interested in the guest experience. So anything that enables a better guest experience is what I've come to try and learn about. For us in particular, I would like to be pushing ahead with more of those kind of partnerships. And I think they're important because they're not relying on us purely as technology providers. They're also relying on the local expertise of in-destination people. So being able to partner with a local organisation allows us to put content inside our platform that is curated, that's unique, and more importantly, that's independent. So it represents independent business. And the whole idea there is that we're bringing guests who stay in that kind of destination access to the really independent local stuff, as opposed to having to get to a location, having to open up an app or a TripAdvisor or Google and land up in somewhere that is not necessarily a great place or doesn't necessarily give the best of the local feeling. And the idea then is that that enables local businesses to thrive in what is becoming an industry or an environment in which some of those local voices can get a bit lost. So that's the goal for us, really to partner with local organisations. I mean, I think the challenge is always that there are lots of new products coming to the market that are doing various things around the guest experience. And it's funny, I heard somebody describe a particular piece of technology recently as wonky. And I kind of like that phrase because there's lots of things out there. But how is it for the user? What does the guest kind of experience when they're using that product? Is it a, inverted commas, wonky experience? Or is it kind of seamless? Is it something that, you know, an everyday person like me or you would pick up on holiday and naturally use because we feel like it's giving us what we want. It's easy and intuitive to use. So I think that's the challenge for products that exist, ours included, to make sure that the experience we're giving guests isn't a wonky one. Well, I do think that as a generalisation, and not always a generalisation, I hear it mentioned a lot, the idea of experiencing something unique on holiday is certainly a driver, and it has been for a while now. And I think that kind of trying to distill what a guest experience is into something real and tangible, instead of it being a phrase, that's actually really something that I might do. And it could be as simple as knowing where the best place to have ice cream is, or as elaborate as organising a tour with a local of the distillery in the town. So I think that there's a trend towards trying to deliver something unique, but it's that what is it between the idea of unique and the actual reality of what that experience is. I think that's really interesting. And I can see lots of things, you know, the Airbnb experiences, that kind of stuff, which are moving towards a guest being able to tangibly understand what I could do that's different and unique. And we hope to kind of ride along with that, because that's the idea, going back to the thing at the start, that's the idea, is a non-wonky experience with a truly local slant is something like partnering with a local tourism organisation like Stay in Bath. So that's kind of where we're headed on that trend. I think it's been phenomenally positive for us. You know, not just the awareness that comes with, you know, people understanding, you know, the regular person understanding what is a vacation rental, what is a holiday rental, what is an Airbnb, and then moving beyond that to understand what it would be like to stay in one of those places. And I think even now there's probably a feeling that I might not get what I want or what I think I'm going to get when I show up to these places. So Airbnb, in particular Airbnb Plus, I think is doing a good job in making sure that not only is what I have as an option to stay presented well to me, but also when I get there, there's going to be a load of things, particularly with Airbnb Plus standards, that I can expect to be there. So I think from a point of view of raising the awareness of what a vacation rental is, and now flipping it a step further, which is not just awareness, but a more certain idea of what the standard will be like when I get there. That's great for us because we're then coming on the back of that and saying to all of these hosts and managers who are representing guests, why don't you use our product now to take that experience that the guest has started with Airbnb and make it your own by serving the guest your own ideas and your own content. So I can't really find the negative in the Airbnb story, at least as it relates to us.